It is on to father-child night number 4. Got my son Lennox here. He is asked to sleep in a hammock tonight, so I obliged. We brought hammocks. Found a great little spot here alongside a meadow that we're in. We're in the mountains above our town of Provo here, and which is out that way and over the hill. And then there's a road back here that is only a couple hundred feet away, so not much of a backpacking trip with him. He's only 6, getting ready to turn 7 this summer. Just got out of 1st grade and tried to pack on him, even to come down 200 feet of a little bit of a downhill here. And he only had sleeping bag, clothes, and a sleeping pad on it, and he still thought it was too heavy and about fell over. So he's got a little bit more growing to do to take on that much bulk in a pack, which isn't as bad for his sisters. But anyways, ready to set up hammocks?
Yeah.
We'll set up our hammocks, go hunt down some firewood. Looks like some people left a little bit of firewood left out here at the firing, a little bit for us. We'll hunt down a bit more, and then maybe mosey on out for a sunset before coming back for a little bit of a fire and s'mores. Maybe we'll take dinner with us out and have dinner next to the sunset before we come back for s'mores and a fire. So, here we go. Hammocks are up. Got my war bonnet here. I'm gonna be sleeping in that tonight. War bonnet Blackbird, that is. And then this is my DIY version of a switchback hammock made by Tree to Trails, and Lennox is gonna be taking that one tonight. Holy cow, this is one of the better hammock camping spots I've ever had. We're tucked up in those trees up in here, but got beautiful view of Provo Peak actually right up there. Look, Lennox, see that mountain sticking up above the trees, the highest one on the right? That's Provo Peak. Yep. And then look, if you look up here above us to the left, this is Cascade Mountain right here. So we're just wandering around, exploring our surroundings a little bit before we circle around a little hill here and through the meadows and return back for dinner and I just enjoy the sunset from where we camp, because we can see it go down the mountains across the valley from right where we are at our hammocks and camp back there. So getting excited for how pretty that'll be. There's some clouds, a little bit of feathery clouds, so it should be some nice colors to come.
Whoa! Want my hide and seek?
Came through there. What's that mountain out there, Lennox? Just getting dinner going. Got the GSI Minimalist going again, and on the BRS stove, and gonna be doing mac and cheese from Mountain House, because that's pretty much what the kids always like, right? Especially you. Who likes it the most?
I think Willow and
Willow and you?
yeah.
Rayleigh liked it a lot too.
Did you bring hot dogs?
No. Sorry, no hot dogs. Next time.
good.
Got what you wanted?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Smoke in your eyes? Well, sun's up, so I guess it's time to get up. Hey, Linux. You up?
Yeah.
How'd you sleep?
Not that good, but I couldn't fall asleep that good. And I...
Alright, Lennox.
What?
Guess what?
What?
What do you see around this campfire ring that shouldn't be here?
Trash.
Trash? Yep. So it's a bittersweet thing to do, but I'm gonna pick up some trash around here. Don't like to do it because it means someone else didn't care enough to take the trash out with them. Some of this trash they thought they could burn, and obviously it doesn't, like metal and plastic stuff. There's some other stuff floating around here too, not too much, but anyways, we're gonna go get what we can here for a couple minutes, and you know, it feels like we're enabling those who do leave it behind because they know there's people that are coming after them and pick it up. But if no one does pick it up after them, then it just piles up. More people think they can do the same, and yeah, so I don't get why people litter, but they do. So all right, let's go see what we can round up. Okay. Here, do you want me to hold the bag for you?
Yeah.
Bottle caps. Here, just do that. There's a little can in there. Yep. Okay. I think it's a piece of foil over there. Go get that. Go get that piece of foil.
And another piece. Wait, that's the wrong piece.
Okay, good job. All right. Bottle full of trash inside of it. That's from the shotgun. So we got breakfast all done and picked up some trash, broke camp, cleaned up, and took our stuff back out to the car up on the road. Yeah, so now we're hiking back through the meadow that we camped at. We're gonna head up to Buffalo Peak now. Just a nice little, very easy to do peak for smaller kids. Perfect peak for that, so gonna let Lennox bag that. I think he's done it once before. We've had you and the family up here once before. So it was a couple years ago in the fall. Oh, it's probably about a half mile or so from where we're parked. Maybe 3/4 of a mile. Somewhere in between there. So it should be fun. Buffalo Peak is right there. Just a tree-covered hill for the most part. How close are we now, Lennox?
Oh, that mountain's cold.
What's that mountain called right there with the little trail on it? That one right there, that is Squaw Peak.
all the peaks.
Looks a lot different from this side than it does from the other side. The other side is a big cliff, a rocky cliff. Right here it looks like an easy tree-covered trail with grass in there. That's why the trail goes that way and not up the cliff on the other side. You gotta climb it with ropes on the other side. Kinda. We are on top of Buffalo Peak now. Alright, looking north here, we got Mount Timpanogos. Over there, that's where I had Ellery last week, about in that area there on the west side of Temp, up in there. The mountain's way back behind there, that's above Alpine with Lone Peak in the distance there, the most prominent one. And it was under those mountains that I took Rayleigh 2 nights ago. Came back yesterday from over there. And then we got Cascade Mountain right here. And that dips down. Follow that to Provo Peak, next most prominent one over there. And then looking southward now. This is the top of Y Mountain. Right here, that's the true summit of Y Mountain right there, but that little hump on the right is where I had Willow last week, and that's where we camped and hung out for that night. And again, we got Squaw Peak here, and then off in the distance there is Mount Nebo, and that's the highest peak in the Wasatch Range, well over 11,000 feet, almost 12,000 feet. Actually, I take it back. I think it is over. Yeah, it's almost 12,000 feet. I'll have to double check that when I get back. And then, of course, we got Utah Lake out here in the valley. We got Provo, downtown Provo, right down in here. And then follow that out. You got Bingham, Kennecott Copper Mine out there. And then back to north. All right, Lennox, I made it. Give me 5. Sorry. Do it again. Ow. Alright, we're back at the car. And there's a bunch of other cars here. We were the only car here overnight, despite a vacated, deserted camp back there. We checked out that tent yesterday and it looked like it was wide open when we parked, and so yeah, there was nothing inside it, nothing at all, and just a couple stacks of firewood and tent with nothing in it. So whoever was up here camping didn't want to keep their tent, apparently. And all these other cars are a big old group of moms and their little kids doing the same hike all the way up to Buffalo Peak back there. Okay, well, that's gonna wrap up this little adventure with Lennox. Had a great time. Beautiful sunset last night, beautiful camp, and very peaceful at night. Nobody else up here, despite the deserted camp back here again. And yeah, Buffalo Peak all done. I think that's the second time up, and might have to come back down here, spend the evening with the family. There were a lot of families up here just for the evening yesterday, just hanging out, having a couple little campfires for the evening with their, they left when it got dark. But yep, quite a popular place during the weekend, but it's nice being up here on a weekday, weeknight when it was a lot more peaceful. So we're gonna go drive down, get some lunch. Lennox is convinced he wants pancakes of some sort at a pancake place like Denny's or IHOP or Village Inn. So might check into that. Otherwise, maybe I can convince them into a traditional cheeseburger and ice cream milkshake or something. So that's it.